Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 22 with King's Lynn. We are now starting off the new season. We've got through the entire start of the season, pre-season, and we're at the first game of the actual National League. So I'm going to quickly run through what happened over that time, and we'll see what went wrong and what went right, shall we? So transfer wise, we actually did all right. There's just been a little bit of pushback after one of the sales. So as I said last season, Jordan Hallam was the player which didn't impress me last season, so I thought he had to go. We sold him for $6,500. We got him for free. It's a profit off of him still, so I don't know. I feel like that was fairly good. We got 1 goal, 2 assists off him at 23 games, a 6.89. He wasn't great. He was taking up wages as well, so I sold him. And then I had the squad come back to me and say, Bailey Clements in particular, feel there's a lack of depth in attacking midfield since we sold Hallam. Can I fix it? I said yes, I will be able to. 8 people agreed with him as well, which is not ideal. There we go. So there's those 8. We've got Davies, Sego, Olagunju, Young, Clayworth, and Catton, and Verkajay, and also Matty Jones. So basically, all of my really important players are not too happy about us having a bit of a gap in the attacking midfield. I don't think that's going to be a problem. We've had quite a good pre-season. The people I've brought in, I feel, probably will do enough to cover that. But they're still not happy. So we're just going to have to play out the season, see how it goes. Another thing which went kind of wrong is in our club visions, we failed to repair the club's financial damage. Now, that being said, we're still on a B, and everyone seems pretty happy at the moment. So I don't think that's going to be a problem, but it could come up to be a problem later on. We also got forced into making the most of set pieces as a playing style. I don't typically use set pieces that often. That again could be an issue. I need to probably do a little bit of research online and see the best way to implement set pieces in a sort of non-league, especially for players who aren't great at them. But we'll look at that later. If you have any suggestions in your comments, please let me know, because I'm struggling to find ways to get these guys good at set pieces, and I don't really run the training sessions either. I let the assistant manager and that do that. So maybe I need to just put set pieces in the training more, or suggest it to Paul Bastock. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I take control of the general training and see how that works. But I don't want to mess up. If we're doing well, I don't want to mess up that general training. Just trying to get us good at set pieces. So that's a bit of a worry. We're going to go back to transfers now and go through everything that's actually happening. So players that left, we've got a lot that we've put out on loan again, just to make sure our wage budget is fine. And it is now. We've got Jack Saunders, who's a centre-back, who's actually 20-year-old centre-back. He's not too bad, and I think he's got really high potential. He's got potential to be 3.5 star. I think he might be one to keep hold of for the future. But we've loaned him out to Bradford, PA in the National North League. They're also paying a total of 1.1k a month for him as well, so a little bit of money coming in from that. Kieran Ackroyd, who's a goalkeeper, he's alright, he's young, 18. I don't know how well he's predicted to get. Oh, he's actually predicted to be a fairly good keeper in the future. So we just want him to get as much experience as possible. He's gone off to Hungerford in the National League South for a loan with $525 a month on top of that. The one which my board aren't happy with is I loaned out Tyrese Osborne for just his salary being covered rather than any additional fee, and they were like, what the heck's going on? I actually don't think that's 1.1 a month, actually. I think that's overall. I think that's the total fee. So that means that we're just, it's £110 a month. Overall, we're getting £1,000 from it. Still not bad. But Tyrese Osborne, he wasn't quite there. He's not. I don't think he's going to be great for us, to be honest. Look, he's 7th, and his predicted sort of potential is not that high, 2.5 stars. I probably will end up selling him next season when he's finished his loan. He's not really worth much either. I'll probably just let him go. He's got another year on his contract, though. It might be another loan job. But we've loaned him out to Leamington in the National North for 11 grand that we're going to get. So that's... No. I'm talking about the person below, sorry. Tyrese is nothing. Connor Small is another goalkeeper, 17-year-old. He's actually looking probably... his potential has dropped since last season. He's not looking as good as I thought he was. But the more experience he gets, the better. And 11 grand at the end of the year for him, or £1,100 every month, is pretty decent. He's playing for Billericay, again, a league below. Ewan Bishop, who is a striker that we sent out on loan last season. I don't think he did great last season. He got 3 appearances and no goals, no assists. So he didn't do fantastic, did he? Seeing as he played in the league above, 9 games and got 2 goals in the season before, you'd think that they'd play him a bit more, but hopefully Telford will play him. We got a fairly good deal of 13.5 grand paid towards us for the loan of Ewan. And he's playing for Telford in the North League. And then Hallam, we sold off to Chesterfield. Hopefully he's not going to come back. Well, of course, he's going to come back and score against us or something, isn't he? Because Chesterfield are in the same league as us. We had problems against them last season. And we got 6.5 grand. He's not really worth that, I don't think. They're saying he's worth 0 to 24 grand. He's on the lower end of that for sure. He is still probably ranked better than all. Look, he's ranked better than all the players we have, but just wasn't performing. I was getting sick of him. He was a lot of money on our wage bill as well, so I got rid of him. Billericay have been busy. They're paying us 10 grand for the end of the season for Mark Foster as well, 21-year-old winger who looks like he might be fairly decent in the future. But just need him to get more experience. So hopefully Foster will start banging in the goals next season. I think he did fairly well last season. 4 goals, 2 assists for Chelmsford. So here's hoping that he's going to continue to impress. And now we're looking at people we've brought in. So we brought in Alfie Roberts. Oh, 1 second. I will show you as well. Released players. I released 2 players retired. Zach Mills and Connell Rawlinson. They're the 2 players that we wanted to retire and go. That was about £1,000 worth of the wage budget brought back because of those 2 going. They did plenty for the team. Unfortunately, they were just they were losing their ability. Both of them are going off trying to be managers, and neither of them have been hired yet. It's probably going to be a tough couple of years trying to get a job for them. And then Max Thompson wasn't a great backup keeper. I mean, he wasn't bad actually. I feel like if he wasn't on as much money, I would have kept him. I swear I did play him. Oh, I did play him, but in the cup, didn't I? He's conceded 4 in the cup, 2 clean sheets. He played fairly well, but just he wasn't quite there. His potential also was quite. It's gone up now. It was 2.5 stars. So definitely wasn't the sort of player. For a backup keeper, I want someone who's young and is going to improve to potentially overtake our current keeper. So I got rid of Max, and I got rid of Riley Maloney as well, because he barely got any game time, and whenever he did, he played absolutely awful. He wasn't quite up to scratch for us, so off he goes. And that was again some money back in our pockets. Back into players that we brought in. To replace Max, I brought in Alfie Roberts, who you can see already a vast improvement. Happy to be a backup, and I'm happy to pay that higher price for someone who, when they do back up, is going to be good. Like those statistics are pretty good. If we look at the reports as well, he is potential to be as good, if not better, than Reece Davies at the moment. So a player to definitely hold on to, if only just to sell him on for a bit of profit later on because we got him for a free. So I don't know how much what he played for Derby, and he actually did play some games in League One. Not great games, but he's got some playing experience, and we'll play him the same as we did with Max last season. We will play him in cup games, so we'll definitely rotate him in. Then we brought in Fred Congolo, a DR winger. He's on the right and as a striker, so is quite versatile. Can play in the middle and also can play in right midfield. He's actually nearly as good, if not getting towards better, as Charles Segot. He was definitely brought in as if Charles does go, we have a replacement for him. He's only 190 per week. He's not got the greatest stats at the moment, but look at his speed. So he's going to be someone who's running down that wing, taking on defenders, and I'm hoping going to be a bit of a surprise hit. He's actually already played for the under-20s in the African Cup of Nations and the World Cup, so he's even got international experience. Came from Ebbsfleet, who he was on loan for the last 2 seasons, but was released by Swindon, who he never played for. He had a fairly decent season with Ebbsfleet. I'm surprised they didn't try and sign him. 4 goals, 3 assists out of 35 games, 7.202 rating. I think that's fairly good. We also brought in Eze Ulom, I think it's Ulom, English 19-year-old central mid and centre back. As a 19-year-old who has bags of potential, he is actually in our first team now, and we're going to be playing him on cup games and stuff. He's a really good player to bring in as rotation. He's got good passing, tackling and marking. I mean, it's not great, but it's good for what level we are, and that will definitely improve. We also brought in Hamid Ishola, who can play on either wing or up front, and we're currently playing him on the left wing as an inside forward. Already scored 2 goals in his first game as a friendly. I'm hoping he's going to be kind of a hit for us. For the Kings Lynn fans, he signed for Gloucester last season on a free after being released by Peterborough. 7 goals, 1 assist in 37 games. Had fairly decent returns. Don't know why they let him go. He's young. He's only 23. He's got bags of potential. Definitely a great signing for us. So Congolo and Shola on each wing are going to be good. They're going to actually push and challenge Segot as well, I think. We then brought in Peter Gill, who can play on the left. He can also play attacking left if needed. He's got good pace. He's going to be back up for Clements when he's not playing so well or just needs a rest. So he's going to be a good player to have just in the background. He's a breakthrough prospect, more than I'd usually pay for one, but he's got really good potential as well. So I can see him becoming something special. A lot of these players, I think, will be used for sell-on value when we're needing to make a bit of money off them. But we'll just have to wait and see what we can do. Usman, we also brought in, who can play central, left and right attacking midfield. As you can see, there's one position we're definitely trying to strengthen and build up more players in that position, and that's this attacking midfield area. He's only 1.5 star at the moment, but again, bags of potential, nearly 4.5 star, but that little bit in the end could go down. So let's say 3.5 star, that's still an awesome player for us. And overall will be worth anywhere up to 90 grand at the moment. So a good player if we need to sell on. And then one loan that we've brought in is Swabby? I'm going to call him Swabby. He's going to be an attacking mid. This is actually just to try and get our attacking mid bolstered because of everyone being concerned that we don't have enough depth there. A lot of players needing pay to come into that attack, to come into us on loan at the moment, whereas we can't get a 0% contribution. This guy was 0%. He's a fairly decent player. He's going to be coming in rotation. I mean, we can't seem to break that 2-star level for our attacking mid, which does make me regret selling Hallam a little bit, but we'll see because we had a good pre-season. We also have a few transfers kind of going, hopefully gone, because we've got about £600 in the wage budget still. So I would like to strengthen our squad if I can. There's this young keeper who's looking quite good, just to bring into the under-18s and let him build up his potential. We've got Jake Middleton, who's a centre-back, looking like a fairly good one, 2.5 star already. We're young, loads of potential. I mean, it could only be a 2-star potential, to be fair, but we'll just have to wait and see if he comes in, if he's any good. Jamie Davies, again, centre-back, but can also play left and right back. Good determination, which is something I always look for. Good potential, and on a free, so we can get... Oh, no, wait, is this a loan? This is a loan. So we're going to loan him till the end of the season just as cover for our left, right and centre-back, just in case we need someone to cover those roles. And then we've got Coulson, who's potentially coming in on loan. Looks like a good passer of the ball, cover for the central midfield position. And then for a free transfer, we've got Mohamed Nwachakawu. I'm going to call him Mohamed, who looks like a fairly good attacking mid-position player. So that is it for now. We've got about £400 going out of the wage budget, so we might even be able to squeeze someone else in. And we do obviously have a few more loan spots available, because we've only done 2 so far. We probably have, I think we have 6 that we can do. So that's the squad. Junior Robinson has improved as a fullback, so that is good news for us. He's starting to become a better player, worth a bit more as well, which is always nice. Olagunju never got the offer from Shrewsbury. They're still watching him, still want him, but he's still not been off. We've not had any offer for him, so he's going to stick with the squad. And where's he gone? Injured at the moment, but Charles Segoe has not got any interest in him anymore either. He had a fairly poor season for us. 6.82, 10 assists, which was good, 4 goals, which is okay, but just a really low average rating, which didn't really bring in the people thinking, oh yeah, we definitely want to sign this guy. So if he has a good season this season, potentially he'll make a move, but potentially not as well. Ingram Friend played well in pre-season, so I'm definitely going to be rotating him in. Got a few goals, and then we've got Mark Scully back on loan as well. We just extended the loan. He got 16 goals in the league for us last season. I'm hoping he's going to hit that sort of form again with us this season. So overall, dynamics as well, very good, very good, very good. So I think we're in a good spot. We're going to just have a quick look at how we did pre-season. We smashed a 7-0 against a nobody club. We didn't... Fakenham? Is it Fakenham? Yeah, Fakenham. Clayworth, Scully, Hurley, Segoe and Catton all getting in on the goals. Really good confidence booster for the lads. Then played Wisbeach, who again are a pretty nobody squad. Young, Segoe, Catton, Scully all getting in. So everyone looking quite comfortable. And then when we got to Gillingham, we actually had a lot more of our players signed. So Ishola got 2 on his first game, and Usman even got a goal as well on his first game for us as well. So I'm hoping that these new signings are going to bring us a bit more youth to the squad and give us a bit more oomph up front. But our first game is not a great one, really. It's up against Scunthorpe, who are a team which we've always struggled against. And look who is going to be playing against us. It's Usman Keita, who we had for the last 2 seasons, and he scored 8 goals both seasons. I mean, he was such a great player for us, and I hate to see him not in a Kings Lynn shirt. I just don't know if there's any way we could ever get him. Again, I mean, he's wanted by Charlton. He will probably go to Charlton, let's be honest. They're in the Championship. I can see why they're interested in him. Let's just hope he doesn't come back to bite us in this game. So let's go into the next game. against Scunthorpe, and we're playing the same formation we did before. We've got Davies in goal, Clements, Olagunju, Clayworth, and Robinson in defence, because Aduro is currently injured, who would usually play right back. Then we've got Young and Jones in midfield. Jones has improved in quality as well, now 2.5 star, so he's a really good replacement for Mendel, who we could also not get on loan again. He refused. Not refused. He wanted. The club wanted like 1,200, which is way too much for our wages. So we had to go without. But Matty Jones, this is his season to impress. And then we've got Kongo. Oh man, I'm going to struggle with this. We've got Fred on the right. We've got Ishola on the left and Usman in the middle, and then Catton up front. And then on the bench we've got Scully, Swabby, and Gill and Nick Neal. Nick Neal again is a player who's starting to improve and has got a lot of potential as a centre back. So yeah, overall, and we've got a lot of people who aren't even on the bench, which I think will be coming in. Like Hurley, he's a really good attacking midfield option when we need to swap it out. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with the team that I've put together. I think it's going to be an interesting season. I don't think we're going to do quite as well as we did before, but we just have to try our best this season. I think that's the go-to. And then we go Usman. Just going to give them all their numbers, and Shola is definitely a number 20. Feels like a number 20. We're away from home as well, I just realised. So it's going to be even more difficult. It's the first game of the season. We want to hit the ground running, but I feel like this is going to be quite a tough ask for the lads. So let's see what happens. Well, that was a low-key first half. Not a single highlight in that entire first half. Teams playing fairly decent. No one below a 6.5. We had the more shots and the better XG, and we've got higher possession. So it's going quite well, I'd say. Happy with that. Go out there and prove it. Go out there and prove it. Go out there and prove it. And then start the second half. No changes needed. Let's see if we can break the deadlock this second half, though. Okay, 65 minutes in, still no highlights. So I'm going to make a few changes. I'm going to bring Scully on, who's a bit of an impact poacher, sort of striker. Who's looking tired here? Everyone, really. Robinson's not playing great. I could bring Matty Jones back and then bring on Swabby. Who has he played? Ball and winning midfielder or Mazzala attack? Let's put him on as a Mazzala attack and see how he does. Because we were last season playing Mazzala, so it might be better for our formation. And I think that's all I can really do. Is that all of my changes I've got as well, actually? Did I do 3? No, I did 2. So we've got one more change if needed. And it is the 86th minute and the first highlight of the game. Young with a free kick. Takes it and just dinks it off the crossbar. We've never scored free kicks, so I wasn't expecting much. And now, the last minutes of the game, Jessup with a goal. Of course we have to throw it away right at the end. So disappointing when we've controlled the game and played better than them, and this is just undeserved. Really, really frustrating to see that go in. As you can see, the stats tell you everything. We held that game, but couldn't make any of our chances count. The only things which really did kind of show me, Davies had a poor game again, which is kind of frustrating. New signings, Usman played well, and Ishola and Congolo played all right. Scully, I mean, this is what we've been relying on last season. Young, Olagunju and Clayworth. They are consistent, they played well. Around them, some of the other players didn't quite put in an effort that they needed to. Disappointed. We should have won that based on the chances we created. And then one person, Junior Robinson, is demotivated. I'm not sure why. I think that's a fair thing to say. Starting the season off on a loss, 1-0 loss. It's not the end of the world. It's disappointing, but there we go. I think we're gonna struggle just while we have new players coming in and we're getting used to how each other play together and stuff like that. And we have lost a few players which have kind of held the team together before. So I'm hoping that our heads don't drop and we're able to pick ourselves up for the next game. And that next game will be against FC Halifax at home. So more of a chance at home. So we'll see you there in a second. Okay, so just a real quick one. We have signed Mohamed Nwachukwu. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he is in currently a 1.5 star, but potential to be a 4 star. And has fairly good stats. He's a young and though, he's 18, so he's going to sit in the under 18s for now. We do have him as an option if we want to bring him forward into the first team. Okay, a couple more youngsters have been signed. So Jake Middleton has come in as a centre-back and also can play as right-back. Good bravery and decision-making, so that kind of is what stood out for me. And he's again got quite high potential. One of them players for the future for sure. So signed Rook, who's a goalkeeper, who's got fairly good... he's a 1 star at the moment, got good potential. And I think as an 18-year-old keeper, he's one to keep an eye on. Definitely keep him around the under-18s and then potentially in the future promote him up as a backup keeper and then maybe even a first-team keeper. So we're going to just jump ahead to the Halifax game now. I think that's basically all of our transfers that we're going to get done. We have £64 in the wage budget. 2 loans, which we're waiting on to hear back from. But other than that, we probably won't be doing much more business. So, yeah, going all right so far. Alrighty then. So we are at the Halifax game. Because it's only 2 days or 3 days apart from the Scunthorpe game that we just played, we've had to change a few of the players out because of tired legs. Also start of the season, so fitness isn't quite there yet. So this is the squad we're going for. We've got Davies in goal, Gill, Neil, Olagunju and Robinson in defence. Then Jones and Young in midfield. I am noticing that Young's quite tired actually. Might be worth swapping Young out for someone else. No, that's fine. We'll start with Young and then we'll play Hurley as like a sub. And then we've got Ishola, Swabby and Congolo in midfield, and then Scully up front. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. I suppose we could play her. Where's Hurley play best in midfield? Deep line playmaker. So we just swap these two around and make him a support. I think I might actually go for that from the start. Deep line playmaker support. And have Jack Young on the bench if needed as a kind of an impact player. So let's do this. A lot of tired legs out there, like I said, so this might be a difficult game, but hopefully we'll have enough to edge it. I think we've beaten them the last 4 times we've played them, so we want to keep that record going if possible. So let's go, lads. Let's get a win this game, please. Okay, first chance. Congolo has the ball. Plays it back to Jones, to Hurley, to Swabby, to Scully. Has a shot. Audacious effort, but good save. And now it's a corner to us. Well, who's going to take the corner? Swabby's going to take the corner. Puts it in. Ishola. Oh, he nearly got there. Ishola over to Olagunju. And not quite a good pass there. But we gather it up and nothing comes from it. Okay, a corner now to them. They put it in. Olagunju well headed clear. Allen now gathers it up. We're going to just reshape, get everyone in order. Come on, boys. What are we going to do? Gill with a good clearance, but only as far as Skinner. Over to Hurst, and now they're on the attack. Allen with a shot, and Rhys Davies lets in a goal again, and he's been playing fairly poor at the start of the season. I am not impressed with his first 2 games, that is safe to say. Peter Gill is playing quite poorly, 6.4. Other than that, the squad's doing okay. Okay, we're at half-time. The lads aren't doing good. Terrible, sort it out. And then we're going to say faith, faith, and faith. And then we're going to go onto our tactics. So Gill, unfortunately, is having a bit of a torrid debut. We're going to put him back as a fullback defend. Clements on. I don't have enough subs for what I need really. Could bring Ishola over and then see. Ooh. Could put Gill up on the attacking mid and see if he does better there. Winger support. Hello. Let's see if that works out. And then tired legs. No one really that I can change around at the moment. Junior Robinson's looking quite poor actually. We'll swap out Clayworth for him, which means that we don't really have an option for Olagunju in the future, but that'll be fine. Let's do this. We've got one more sub left for the game. Hopefully we'll be able to do something, but let's go attacking actually and encourage. Okay, goal kick to Halifax. Long ball looping forward. Olagunju to Clayworth. Swabby to Clayworth. Olagunju. Swabby. Ishola. Oh, he's tackled by like 3 players at the same time. And now we are on the back foot, but looks like we've got it. Please, boys. Oh, no. Neil, well-headed clear. Swabby plays it to Olagunju to Hurley. Hurley up to Scully, but that's a bit of a wayward pass. Just expecting him to try and run onto that. And now Simpson has the ball for Halifax down the line. Shannon Hurst has a shot just over, and we live to fight another day. Okay, last change I'm going to make is Matty Jones is going to come off for Young. Matty Jones is looking tired. Everyone's looking tired. It's not been a good start to the season. Jones now has the ball to Swabby. Swabby bringing it forward to Ishola. Ishola on the edge of the box. Can he put it in? Oh no, he plays it back to Swabby, back to Ishola, in. Scully with the header, and it's a goal. Saving that game for us. It's 1-1, but I think we need to push for a win. We've had such a bad start against Scunthorpe. Really good play by Ishola. I'm not sure what that pass was, but Swabby gathers it, plays it back to him. Good ball into Scully, and a towering header, which we saw a lot of last season. Yes, we want to proceed with the changes just to get some fresh legs on. Olagunju's looking really tired as well, though. Oh my goodness, free kick in an absolute peach of a position for Halifax. That's going in, isn't it? Oh, what an absolute waste of space. We are, come on. Can't do anything right. Davies with another game where he's at 6.5. Just not performing. Peter Gill with a 5.9. I see why. Damn it. I did the wrong change. This whole time Clements has been... Oh, no. I've thrown that game away because I put them in the wrong position. I can't believe that. What an idiot. We might have won that if I hadn't done that wrong. Oh, I can't believe that. Again, should have won that based on the chances we created. 2 losses at games where we completely dominated, and now we're down at relegation zone. Gill makes his professional debut. I feel sorry for him because I did put him... well, actually, no, he was in position. He just had a bad left-back game. Let's look at our schedule and see what we've got ahead. Boreham Woods, where are they in the league at the moment? They are mid-table with 3 points out of 2 games. Okay, so at this point, anyone's fair game, I feel. What we will do is we'll play down to the FA Cup 4th round and the Guiseley game. I think they're the 2 games we're going to play up to. Hopefully, we're going to be able to pick ourselves up after a really bad couple of first results and start putting in a good shift and get some wins, because we need to climb up that table. We're aiming for mid-table this season, currently in a relegation battle. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Hopefully those transfers haven't completely ruined us. Maybe we need to change the formation that we use or something. I don't know, but let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.